Hi, good morning. Corey Thorne, psychic medium, spiritual healer, and life coach, coming in to do the channeled message for the week of April the 14th, 15th, all the way into the 19th, 20th, probably the 21st. I feel as if there's like a dead stop. 19th. I'm going to go 19th. There's a dead stop energy. Dead stop. We're being stopped in our tracks. Releasing, letting go. No, not a releasing, letting go. It actually feels like it's just a dead stop. It's like whatever you have been doing, whatever has not been working, like done. Walking away from that type of energy is what's coming up for me. And what it feels like, and it's like we're going right into this. Let's get right into this. Let's get right into where we are. Let's get right into what's happening. Let's get right into the work that needs to be done. Let's dig deep now. This is the energy. It's like, let's kind of get to work. Okay, we've been messing around. We've been letting other people kind of make decisions and letting other people try to make a so-called change. Well, that change has not been happening. So this channel message that's coming through is all about the only person who can be the change has to be you. That whole being dictated to, not being able to, trying to force us to think a way that we don't want to think, or the way that, no, force us a way of thinking that we know to not be right for us. So it's like we might all have different views, but it's okay that we have different views. It's okay that we don't all think alike. Thank God we don't all think alike. But it's been a long period of time of trying to kind of be forced into a collective that is one mind thinking, one way of thinking. And it's like, that's what I'm picking up. It's like we've had a long time of thinking that we're faulty. There's something wrong with us. We were the faulty one because we're not falling into the collective that's happening, or we've been seeing, or you're seeing things differently. The halt, the stop, the change, all happens around the 19th, the 20th. It's like, whoa, let's stop. Let's go back into trusting what is taking place. Let's go back into trusting that we have our own beacon systems, and our own beacon system is very good at guiding us. We're made the same way animals, to just know. We just know. And so that once we can get to that level, and it's that level of being conscious and not being so unconscious, right? It's just that being consciously aware, and becoming conscious means we're letting go of all fear, right? We're releasing and letting go of all fear. It's like starting to learn how to release and let go of fear on a new level, to not be afraid of the world, to not be afraid of raising children in this world, to not be afraid of putting things out into this world, our work, our energy, our different thoughts, our different views, and that it's going to be accepted. There's a place of acceptance. There's time of acceptance that's happening that brings us into a new energy of faith, a new time of having faith in the unknown, having faith in what you can't see yet, but is about to take place. You are letting yourself be set free. And this is a part of that freedom and expansion that is taking place. Emotional, not so much. It just feels like not so much emotional. It's just that whole, I'm done. And this comes up in relationships as well. It's in the universal collective is the way the message is. So the way it relates into a relationship, and the way it relates into friendships, any type of relationship, or the way it relates into work, is that you're making a very conscious choice to be done. You've awakened, or to be in or out, right? I'm in or out. There's no wishy-washy around. There's no, oh, well, everyone says I should be like this, and everyone says that I should walk away. No, my life, my rules, my decision, my way. And making that decision to actually stay, leave, whatever it may be, that's what's coming up. Transformation takes place when you really start to realize the value of your own worth, and the value of your own words, and the value of your own thoughts, and they matter. And that just because what works for somebody else, or what's great for somebody else, doesn't mean that it's great for you. And that even people who have even those who are supposed to be our leaders or supposed to be have more experience doesn't always mean they're doing it exactly right, and it doesn't mean that they always know better. There's a new way of thinking, and we're running into a time when the leaders who knew it all, the energy of knowing it all. So if you have a partner who has been constantly telling you that you're wrong, or that you don't know what you're doing, or a friend like that, it's like, this is where we're saying, holding the brakes, we're stopping. So if you find yourself in that energy this week, say, holy shit, I can't believe I stood up for myself. I can't believe I finally took a stand for myself. This is why. This is what it feels like to me. It's like the fire from the Aries energy has lit a flame and we can't put it out. And now we're moving into a Taurus energy. And it's like, I might be kind, I might be good, but damn it, I'm not being walked over. That's the kind of where it's coming from. It's a good time. And of course, this is the Sunday before Easter Sunday. So this is a good time to get quiet. Today, become quiet with your thoughts. The next few days, become very quiet with yourself, closing off, shutting off that chatter. It may not be easy, but shutting yourself out from the chatter so you can remove yourself from the collective fear that you have been placed in pretty much your whole life. Removing yourself from that and just saying, let me just think for myself. Let me just be my own person. Let me just, great leaders, great, great mentors. We don't ever step up in the energy of telling you exactly what you should be or who you should be. We guide you to decide for yourself. Well, this is your energy of, I'm deciding for myself. I'm making my own. And the devotion is, I'm being devoted to myself, to my own needs, having faith in something that is beyond me. And that I don't need to be told. I don't need to be told what to do with my life. And it doesn't mean that your decisions are right. And it doesn't mean they're all going to work out. What it means is that you are making a choice to not live in fear, in making a decision and making a choice to make your own decisions, to step into your own energy, to self-discover. Self-discovered means that we're sometimes going to fall, and that's okay. There's always a rise up. It's like there's no such thing as failure, right? We're not failing, we're trying. And that's the difference, is that been told there's in this chatter of just, think this through, or do these 6 steps, or you better have this big goal, and you better set this goal and that goal, and da 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 da. So in other words, you better have fear, and you better have an expectation, and da 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 da. No. Now, being organized to get to where you need to go, very important. Organization, huge. Being organized, because part of letting go of the chatter is letting go of the clutter. And the clutter leaves us unorganized. This is about becoming organized. This also, the energy is about even that jumbled up of financial, of who owns money, who's powerful, who's not. It's like that's all switching and changing as well. And that you are equally as powerful. So I do feel the flow of money opening up. And there's a flow of financial gains coming in, or a change in your income, or you're finally finding a way to pay off those debts, those government bills that you've had, the money that's been kind of not coming in. It's like there's been a block up. And so the moment you decide for yourself, it's like the moment that you also open up the ability to have that flow in. So these are the Doreen Virtue Mother Mary cards. They're not my cards. And of course, I'm not using her interpretation of the books. This is what comes through for me. And so the cards that I pulled out, I've already got 2 out. And it's quiet, devotion, be strong. And you need to be strong to stand up for yourself, because there's always going to be somebody who's going to try to knock you back down, because they don't want you to rise up and be in this new level of consciousness, and this new level of thinking, or this new way of being up here. This is about the strength comes by taking a stand for yourself. You know what needs to be done, and you know how to do it. It's naturally in you. Like I said, like the animals, it's your natural instincts. It's just there. You know what you need to do. So it's like, I'm finally coming out of my darkness, kind of coming out of that cloudy, murky view, and moving into your own energy. And it's also very important that as you grow, as you blossom, as you develop, as you move into a healthier, wholer way of living for yourself, giving and receiving. Having that balance between giving and receiving is of the utmost importance. It's a good time to volunteer. It's a good time because in this energy, we have to give so much to yourself. This is you giving to yourself. What are you going to receive, right? So you receive the love back or the appreciation back by giving out and doing something else good. So that's what's coming up to me. You're giving to yourself. You're receiving for yourself. You're getting the balance there. So giving and receiving out in the material world becomes a very important part right now. Also, please remember that if you are of a female energy, so if you're of a female energy, please remember that I feel as if we have been awakening for a while, but this feels as if stop trying to fit into what everyone else defines to be perfect looking for you, to be suited for you, or what you should look like, what you should act like, what you should be like. Stop trying to fit yourself into that. If I get to here, I'll be happy, or if I lose this weight, I'll be this. It's like, no, we're stopping all that. Or you're making a decision, I'm getting healthy just for me. No more excuses, I'm getting healthy just for me. But not because I have to look a certain way, but because something inside of me is calling me. Or if it's acceptance, I'm just accepting me the way I am. Simple. And that type of feminine is like, that I'm picking up that energy of just accept the goddess that you are. Just accept the goddess that you are, because it does feel like you're very much in your goddess energy when you make your own mind up and you're happy and you're kind to yourself. And so this is tenderness. Be very kind to you. Some of my feminines are getting ready to decide to have children, and it's like this is the perfect time to start giving birth, or to start to prepare for the family to come. And also the optimism, stay optimistic. Like I said, you need to be strong because you got to fight for yourself a little bit here, but stay optimistic. Finding our truth, becoming ourselves, does not mean that everything goes perfectly. It means we make a choice to stand up for ourselves. This is the energy. Stay optimistic, even during the times that might make us teeter a little bit. You're going to get there. 19th, 20th, like I said, boom, bang. It's like, I'm done. That type of energy. Just keep, we're always working towards the fact that you are your own leader. You are your own truth. You are your own everything. Everyone gaining knowledge. We all gain knowledge every day. We're all gaining knowledge from the channel above. We're all gaining knowledge. Just what are you ready to listen to? Be quiet, be still, take some time to listen to what you're actually receiving in the messages that are coming through, and make a choice of what aligns to you and what suits you, and sometimes things are there to give us a new perspective. Allow yourself the opportunity to have a new perspective, because there's always another view of how to look at things. Have a wonderful week, and much love to you all. Bye-bye.